Morning everyone! Today we are here in Idaho at Heyburn State Park. It's actually Idaho's first state park ever. Did you know that?
I didn't.
I read a kiosk.
That's a nice piece of trivia.
Yeah. And today we're going to be riding a section of the Coeur Trail, leaving from the state park, goes around a lake.
I think it's also part of the larger Coeur d'Alene Lake.
Right.
Somehow.
And this is a pretty cool stretch because we're going to go over an old historic railroad bridge and end up at the cute little town of Harrison, which has a cycle brew house, I believe. I don't know if we're gonna go in because of the COVID, but you know, we'll just show it to you guys for future reference.
It's kind of handy that this campsite that we're in is literally up the hill from the trail.
So I'm riding my Crespambora using a Swift rando bag, and then packing all things, a little watercolor kit, some small binoculars. I've been just getting into birding. So go figure.
Always gotta have a new hobby, huh?
That's true. So I'm not carrying enough stuff on the bike. And what bike are you riding?
I am riding my Breadwinner G-Road.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise, with a basket and basket bag.
All right, so let's get going. So it's a pretty cool state park, heavily wooded. And our first obstacle of the day is actually getting to the trail of the Coeur Trail. We have to navigate a very short section of single track. But I don't know, guys. I've only got cable actuated brakes with a single piston. Hopefully I will make it. Are you ready to go down the little single track?
It's gonna be.
I don't know if you'll make it. You don't have hydraulic brakes.
It's true. I might just, I don't know.
Explode,
fly off into the bushes.
A little sketchy doing this one-handed.
Oh my God!
You survived the single track.
Barely. Well, I managed to pick up a few spider webs on the way.
So amazing, guys, we made it. Even with cable actuated single piston disc brakes, so go figure. People driving on the water. So this is the top of the bridge. Pretty cool view. Is this like a drawbridge? Would this go up? Or used to?
Probably. That's probably how it works.
What do you think? Any insights?
I think it's lovely. It does say in the ironwork up there 1921, so that's probably a 100-year-old bridge.
Completely safe though, due to modern engineering.
I think it's cool. It's such a neat vantage point here. Yeah. So far we've seen an osprey, we've seen a bald eagle, we've seen all sorts of other, whatever these are, that I don't know what they're called.
Birds. Called birds.
It's pretty cool. You can kind of see there's like a channel that people are supposed to follow for the boats, and there's like the floating houses over there. And
I think definitely a landmark on this trail. Where? Where? So this bridge is pretty nuts. You can see the bottom pretty clearly. I think I spotted either a bass or a black drum, and what might have been a car. We're not sure. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a whole school of fish over there, and I just used the binoculars on them, and looks like they're suckerfish. They've got a downward facing mouth. So definitely not trout. And who knew you could use binoculars on fish also? Alright, so the Trail of the Coeur d'Alene is 72 miles long. On the western end is the town of Plummer, and on the eastern end is the town of Mullen. We're closer to the western end, and we're going to ride from the state park to the town of Harrison, which is super cute under normal circumstances. Definitely a place to come back and visit. You know, when things clear up. This is definitely one of the more scenic stretches since you do go along the lake. And it's a good day for it, not too windy. So lots of nature to be experienced here. Supposedly a really good trail to spot some moose. Very moosey area, have not seen one yet. What do you think? Are we gonna see a moose on this trip?
Well, I am perpetually hopeful, but I also think that I'm cursed to not see mooses, so we'll see what happens.
All right, so from over here, you can see the total span of the bridge, and it's pretty impressive. I don't think they would make anything like this specifically for bikes these days, so it's awesome that they kept the infrastructure and converted it for the trail.
Osprey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just landed on the branch right there, flew over us. So it's kind of cool to be able to see it up close.
Amazing.
Amazing.
You like this part of the trail?
I like this part of the trail. I don't know. It just feels so nice and like leisurely. Dawdle along the side of the lake, watch the birds.
That's cool. So one of the neat things about this trail is there's a fair amount of actual infrastructure. There's little portaloos. We got a Darrow fix-it stand here. Even some shaded seating.
What is it, Russ? Very majestic looking. Bald eagles just flying around.
Nature everywhere. Amy!
Hi.
Recognize us on the trail. How's it going?
It's good. I'm on vacation and camping at Heyburn State Park for a few days.
Oh, so are we.
And I'm going over to ride the Hiawatha.
Oh, nice. It's cool. We ran into a viewer. Amy from Seattle stopped and said hi out here on vacation as well. That was cool, right?
That was cool, yeah.
She saw two nice bikes, a big rando bag, and someone who kept stopping.
Somebody taking video.
That would be us. So we've ridden a couple different stretches of this trail on a separate trip, and we were just talking that this definitely feels like the more cruisy vacation section of the trail.
That's true. The section over closer to Wallace is all through like where they used to do mining, so it just has a very different feel to it.
Yeah. This is the vacation home section of the trail. I think it feels like forever since we've done a bike ride that was just kind of like a vacation ride.
Yeah, huh? I think it helps that this is flat and paved and quiet. No traffic.
Feels so luxurious. No need to hammer out the miles or climb over a mountain. Just kind of nice and cruisy.
Yeah. No need to look for cars either.
Alright, so it looks like we're getting closer to the town of Harrison. A lot more people walking and riding on the trail.
They used to have steamboats here.
What?
Right.
Where would they go?
Places.
Places.
It doesn't actually say. They transported people, lumber, and ore from the mines.
Right, so we're cruising by the town of Harrison. So this whole area in the late 1880s was really booming because of silver mining. Harrison in particular had a big lumber industry, which constantly kept on catching on fire, apparently, because that's what wood does. I think we're gonna cruise through town in a little bit, but we're looking for a nice little spot to have a picnic, because it's lunchtime.
It is lunchtime.
The boat launch back there was a little bit busier than we'd like.
Yes, very busy, no masks.
Yeah.
But the map did say there's another picnic area just up here somewhere. Well, so we pulled off because there are these really beautiful water lilies that are flowering here. It's pretty cool. And it looks like there was another rail line that kind of forked off over there. It made this little pond.
This part of the trail.
Oh man, this is so cool. The only thing that's missing is a moose.
That's right. Although we've seen tons of other animals. We saw a fox. I didn't capture that on video. Turtle, So lots of wildlife, and the binoculars have actually come in pretty handy. We're gonna see a moose. It would be in this really marshy area. All right, we found a fun little shaded picnic area. Lunchtime.
Yes. Maybe a moose will just like wander by at a safe distance.
Could happen. All right, so we just had lunch, and I think we're gonna go a little bit further over to the next rest area. And that's one thing that's pretty cool about this trail is that there is kind of picnic benches and shade and occasional vault toilet and kiosks, all sorts of kiosks.
So much information, so much learning to be had.
Still looking for moose. No signs of any yet. All right, so we're probably not going to go into today, but you should know about the Cycle House here in Harrison. It's this cool restaurant slash bike rental place.
So they run a shuttle. So if you want to take the shuttle from Harrison to a trailhead somewhere further to the east, they will drop you off. Runs at certain times a day, times a week, I guess, and then you can ride back.
Cool. Not going to do that today, but future reference. Hopefully check out Cycle House. So what was up there?
So those are camp spots. I think they're connected to the campground at the marina there. So it'd be a pretty cool spot to camp if you were on a bike tour through here.
Yeah. And speaking of bike tours, I think that will end our tour. See what I did there?
Segue.
I know. This section of the Coeur Lane Trail, super fun. Again, we started from the state park, we're at to Harrison.
Yeah, kind of a bummer. It would have been nice to just, hang out at one of those restaurants there, but, maybe next year or the year after.
All right, so I think we're gonna pedal back to the campground and call it for the day. It was a super scenic and chill bike ride. And the binoculars actually came in pretty handy.
Yes, they did.
See, Laura was mocking me earlier, but...
And I'll still be mocking you, but they did come in handy.
So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Definitely a place to check out. And until next time, everybody, keep the supple side down. Bye.